Let's see what all this hype's about. Sport Plus. Let's get it. Alright, not bad. We in an S550 now, baby! If you guys didn't check out yesterday's video where we went and picked up my brand new, to me, 6,000 mile 2022 401A Performance Pack Mustang GT, also known as Hades 5.0. Had to do it, you know, got rid of Medusa, had to keep it villain style Hades. So for all you guys that recommended it, I kind of like it. It's gonna stay for now. Click the card right up there in the corner, go watch that video, then come back to this one. Guys, we're gonna take the car out. There's a lot I want to show you. I want to show you all the features. I want to talk about what's done to the car, what my plans are, where I'm going, and what direction I'm going with this car. So we're gonna do that. Drop a like up on the video right now. Smack a like, all my Coyote boys. Drop the freaking like for your boy, man. We have the S197 Lucifer and now the 10-speed S550 Hades. So let's go. Wait, we have to address something. This is my fault, this is my bad. I'm taking blame for it. Let's cut the car off. So in yesterday's pickup video of the S550, we legit got in the car. I let Jordan drive. I was too stressed. Like, I just wanted to enjoy it my first drive. I know it may sound silly to many of y'all, but I was more stressed than anything because I wasn't expecting to leave with the car yesterday, but we did. So everything kind of happened really quick and without much thought. I know I wanted it, but you know, if I waited till the weekend, I would have had more time to plan everything. But anyway, we bought the car. I let Jordan drive it home. And in that clip yesterday, you saw Jordan actually got pulled over. Dude, no way. Jordan's getting pulled right now. No freaking way, dude. He got pulled over, and I kind of left it at that. I totally forgot to like film afterwards and stuff because, you know, he started driving past me. I was pulled over, so I just like put the camera down and just caught up because we had an hour drive. We were legit probably 5 miles from the dealership. But I didn't inform you guys on what happened, and it's actually freaking crazy, man. It is so crazy and so bizarre because this is the second time that this same exact situation has happened with Jordan and I. Same time. So what happened was him and I were cruising home, and it was kind of like out in the boonies, as you guys saw. It was out in the boonies, and it was just like 2-lane highway, freeway, whatever it's considered, for miles. We had like a 15-mile stretch. So, you know, the speed limit was listed at 55 miles per hour, which I'm sure a lot of you have experienced at like those 55 mile per hour zones when it's open, like highway, freeway. You tend to do 70, 75, and it catches up to you pretty quick. At least for Jordan, it did. But yeah, we were cooking. We weren't racing or anything. We were doing, I know I was doing about 78 in a 55. I was straight chilling too. I didn't even bat an eye at it. But then, you know, I was sitting here and I saw this Charger. We were coming up on this red Charger, and it's like an old style Charger. And out of nowhere, like, boom, hit the lights. I was like, oh damn. And I knew we were speeding. Like, I instantly knew. And I was like, Jordan's definitely getting a ticket in that car, like 100%. So long story short, pulled him over, and I pulled over as well. As you saw in the video, I hit my hazards and stuff. And it's funny because before we left, I was like, registration's in the glove compartment if you need it, or in the center console if you get pulled. So he got pulled, and license, registration, blah, blah, blah. I guess he gave her the registration, the temp reg I have, and she went to the car, ran it and stuff, and she came back, and I think Jordan said something along the lines that she said or asked, is this DerekBaranProductions Mustang? And he was like, yeah, it's my buddy Derek's, and what have you. And she was like, pretty much, you're lucky I watch his channel. Me and my son watch his channel. Let Jordan go. But there was one one thing that kind of threw me for a loop, and I felt extremely bad because she was pretty much like, here's the warning, but you got to do me one favor, and that's check up on the merchandise order that we ordered that we never received. And I felt like a complete asshole because I'm usually really, really good about fixing lost packages because I go through USPS. If you go through USPS for merchandise and stuff, everybody knows there's always stuff that's going to get lost, that's going to get misplaced, that doesn't make it to these locations or that location. So, you know, it's a lot of pickup game when you're dealing with merch, but I'm usually really good about getting on it and figuring something out. So he took down the names, and you know, I want to dedicate this to you. Like, thank you so much for not giving him a ticket. And I'm truly sorry that you didn't receive your merch, but I also went to my back end on my merchandise website and I searched every name she gave him and I didn't find a single order in that name. So, I'm not gonna put your name out there. Email me, DerekBaranProductions@gmail.com. Let me know if you see this video. I'm more than happy to send you out some merch. I got some stuff in boxes and stuff, whatnot, but damn, what a crazy story, right? Jordan got off the hook for the second time. The first time was here, I'm not gonna say the area, but the first time was here as well, and him and I were getting a little rowdy in the cars, and the cop pulled him over, and he straight up said, Jordan, I know you're out here having fun with Lucifer. Y'all gotta quiet it down though. So he got lucky twice. But yeah, I wanted to fill you guys in with that. That was my bad, man. That was my bad. I should have updated you. Sorry it was a little longer than expected. I thought it was the coolest story ever though, and I kind of wanted to save it. But all right, back to the video. Let's get it. Gets down, man. That's actually impressive. I want to keep this, you know, as simple as possible, short and sweet. I know a lot of you already know about these newer cars. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers out here have them and stuff, so I'm not going to go into every little detail on the car, but I know a lot of you are probably interested to hear like what's done with it, you know, what I got it for, and what packages I went with, which I briefly went over. So that's what we're gonna do. As I said in the beginning, guys, this is going to be a 2020 Mustang GT, and this one, you could probably tell, the factory wheels with the factory Brembos is what you get when you go performance pack, and that's exactly what I wanted. I know there's some other things, like there's like gauges on the interior. It has some suspension differences. I want to say the rear end gears are different, but most importantly, you get the nice looking wheels that are staggered, the big Brembos. And my personal favorite, to be honest with you, is this wing. The performance pack wing is by far, I mean, I actually might keep this. I don't even think I'll switch that out because I love the performance pack wing, but the car doesn't come this low from the factory. It is on some iBox springs. We had it on the lift at the dealership, and that's what was on there. So I heard iBox are really good for these cars. It personally has the best stance, and it's exactly what you guys know I love to do. Is the first thing is lower the cars, so can scratch that off the list. That's already done. Wheels and tires, I'm gonna be real with you, I think I'm gonna keep these. These are gonna be my travel wheels and tires. I love the performance packs. There is one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run a 25mm spacer on all four corners along with gloss black lug nuts. I've seen a lot of people on the performance packs do the same thing, and you can really dial in that fitment. And you know, for a stock wheel, I can't complain at all, and I love them. I don't think I'm gonna get a different street setup. I am, you know, we're gonna look into another wheel and tire setup. I'm not gonna give it away right now, but as far as a street setup / travel setup, I'm gonna rock the PPs. I absolutely love those. As I mentioned, more suspension upgrades with the performance pack. I don't know if the active exhaust is just performance pack or not, but it does have active exhaust. What else? There's probably some other little things I'm missing, but some of the aftermarket things, we do have the Diode Dynamics quarter markers there. They are like a, you know, like a clear, which I love, and we're gonna get rid of those things here in a little bit. First owner did get rid of the chrome badges, which I'm pretty stoked with. Like I said, the car is lowered. No front plate, thank God. There's been a couple of them I was looking at that I wouldn't even consider because of the front plate. It just ruins it. I don't know why they drill into them from the factory, even if, you know, the state requires a front plate. Like, that's just silly in my opinion. But other than that, obviously full tint. That's another Derek modification. I wouldn't really call it a modification, but it is something I absolutely love to do on all my vehicles, especially black. Like, look at that. We got 20 on the windshield, 5% all around, absolutely murdered. No one can see me. No one knows who's driving, and it keeps it really cool, keeps it really confined. It makes it an awesome driving experience when the windows are up and you have the active exhaust completely closed, so it's very quiet. And that's how you transform, you know, your 2020 Mustang into the ultimate daily. And speaking about the ultimate daily, this is why it is an ultimate daily, and that's going to be the fully loaded 401A package interior. And this is as baller as it gets. You know, a lot of people like the Recaros, a lot of people don't. These are factory seats. They have some nice bolster, and they're heated and cooled. So I think I'm gonna personally keep these. Even if Recaros came along, I don't know if I'd snag them for these, because the heated and cooled seats, man, I'll tell you, they really are nice. But we could jump into the interior real quick. And like I said earlier, performance pack, you get these 2 extra gauges. I want to say one's the oil pressure and vacuum. It does have the big screen. I know a lot of base models and stuff come with the smaller screen, and my personal favorite is going to be that digital dash. It is just too freaking cool, man. I'm not gonna go into all the details. Actually, buddy Brandon Miranda, Minion, went into a whole like process with the whole entire digital dash. So if you want to go watch that video, it's actually right there linked. Go check that out. But you know, push to start, which is really cool. They give you a glizzy holder and a cup holder, which is nice. But other than the interior, I want to say that's pretty much it, which I'm not downplaying, because give you the full effect. You probably already got it when we were driving here, but like, it's just, it doesn't get better than this, man. And you guys know I bought this car specifically to have a naturally aspirated build. I want to experience the 10-speed automatic. I know I joked on them a lot. I know, you know, I'll be honest with you, even with owning one, it takes no skill to drive. I will still stand by that. I'm not going to switch up just because I own one. It doesn't take any skill to drive, but it is cool, it is fast, and it is proven. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. So I wanted to jump into one of these, and you know, still have, I'm looking to sell it, but I have a 2000 Camry that I've had for the last 6 or 7 years, and that was my daily. And you know, it sucks. It really does suck. It's not something on this caliber. So that's why I went with the 10-speed. I have the manual MT82. 700, probably 750 wheel horsepower, S197 Blucifer. So it only made sense to go with a manual in this one, experience this whole route. And NA, that's what this is gonna be, guys. I'm not boosting this car anytime soon. For now, I want a car I can go on my East Coast Mustang tours with, that's super comfortable, that I can daily drive, that I can run at the track when I'm on tour. Naturally aspirated build, full bolt-on, E85, make about 500 wheel with the 10-speed, which, you know, is a deadly combo. But as far as interior, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go, you know, drag this out as much longer as needed, but here we go. This is, oh yeah, check this out. I didn't even know this was here. Someone DM'd me. I kept putting my sunglasses in center console. I love that. But anyway, this is crazy. This is where things get a little confusing. And I'm just gonna pop the hood, sit there for a second, and see if you notice it. Comment as soon as you do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's the deal. As I mentioned, this is a 2020 Mustang GT. It has 6,000 miles on the car, and this is not supposed to be black. These intake manifolds on the 2020s are actually gray, but this one has a black one, and this is where it gets a little confusing. When I posted that video yesterday, I had a ton of people reaching out to me being like, Derek, there's a huge possibility that you either have a GT350 intake manifold or a ported 2021, 2022 manifold, because there's a company out there, I guess, that ports 21s and 22s and sells them, and they're black. Like I said, this one is not gray like the stock manifold. Jake's is gray. A lot of my friends are gray that have the 2020s and 2019s, but I don't know. So we pretty much went down this rabbit hole, and long story short, I actually bought this car from a subscriber that started watching from Redo Blue. He bought this car brand new in North Carolina. That's where it's from. And he traded it in to get, I believe, an F250. He loved the car. It was garage kept. And when he reached out to me, I felt so relieved, because there's nothing like buying a used car and talking to the previous owner, and especially getting the news that it was absolutely taken care of. It's been to the track once. I know the time it ran. I'm not gonna share it because we're gonna experience that ourselves. He said he took it to the track once and you know, it did great. And he told me that this car was nothing but an absolute blast, and he was just looking, you know, for a truck, so that's why they traded it in. But I asked him, I was like, dude, these people are jumping down my neck. I don't really know much about the Gen 3s yet. I didn't know there was a gray and black intake. Why is this intake black? Is it ported? Is it a GT350? He told me that he never touched it. He says that is the stock intake that was on there. So I'm thinking this is potentially one of the last, like, I'm not literally last, but one of the last few of the 2020 production, and they started getting into 21 production stuff and they just threw on a black manifold. I don't know. The car drives great. The last dude said he never tuned it. All that's done to it is an exhaust. I'm not going to talk about the exhaust. It doesn't matter. It's getting all changed up anyway, but he said the car is 100% stock other than the exhaust. So the car drives great. It drives like it's stock. So if it were a GT350 manifold or a ported one, I would imagine I'd feel some weirdness to it, but no, it's it feels good. It feels stout. So I thought that was pretty cool, and we lucked out. We got the cool looking manifold. The black just looks so good underneath the hood, but I figured y'all get a little kick out of that. And if you have a 2020, let me know if your manifold's black, because these have to be some of the latest 2020s they released. Honestly, that's pretty much going to be the whole review of Hades, my 2020 Mustang GT. I know it's nothing unique like the Terminator Cobra, which I'm okay with, but I could tell you, like, deep down, something told me, like, when I drove this car, well, I didn't drive it home, but when I got it home, that, like, this is going to be the next step for me, and it just felt right. The Cobra felt cool, but it didn't feel right. This feels amazing, and I'm very, very satisfied so far. Like, I take it to the gym every morning. And yeah, I know, Bucky the e-bike, it hasn't been to the gym yet because it's been 30 degrees in freaking April. I don't know what the hell that's about here in Virginia, but Bucky the e-bike will make it to the gym. But no, I've been, you know, I've been daily driving it, and I absolutely love this thing, man. I would do it all over again, 100%. Like, there's no comparison. I'm sorry to my Cobra guys out there. They're badass cars and stuff. I could understand if it's just like a weekend car where you just want to simply enjoy some raw power, but for someone like me that legit has to use these cars for tools, to film, to travel, to race, like, I need to start getting into racing. That's exactly why I went 10 speed Gen 3. It's very, very reliable over 750 horsepower Gen 1. But yeah, for mine wants and needs, this thing is perfect. I am beyond satisfied. You know, the Cobra was nice, but I'm pretty unbiased in many ways, and a little overhyped. It's a new Edge at the end of the day. It's an old new Edge. I think just this fits me so much more, and I love it. I am so happy with this. It's perfect. This car literally screams my name from it being lowered, blacked out, murdered tint right off the bat, and it's perfect. So with that, I spent a little more money than I wanted to. I went into this whole ordeal wanting to spend no more than $48,000 for a 2019, because 2019 and the 2020s are legit the same car, but one's newer, so it's going to be a little more money. I was trying to avoid a 2020. I had a 2019 lined up. I agree. They agreed at my price, pretty much the same car, but it wasn't, you know, didn't have the extras. And it had 20,000 miles on it compared to the 6,000 on this one, and that one was for 47, I think. No, 48. I spent $51,000 on this one, which I'm okay with, because the sticker, I have the window sticker, I think it was 55, and it has 6,000 miles. It's a brand new car. It's brand freaking new. Yeah, 51,000. So it was a little over budget, but in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, I can't complain at all. I got a really, really nice car. So there you have it. I hope you guys are stoked for this next little journey. All I have to say is those days of Derek buying cars and, you know, doing these simple modifications and having them sit is over. Like, it's done, and we did it. We're in a 10-speed S550, and like I said, I plan on keeping this NA 500 wheel and having some fun with it, and I truly mean that. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm just gonna prove to everybody, and that's it. We're case closed. We're cutting that. I'm just gonna fucking prove it. But hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys enjoy. We have some fun content coming on this weekend. I'm actually heading up to Italian Stallion's house, me and Brandon. So we're gonna take all the S550s and we're gonna meet up with everybody there, make some fun content. And it's game on, baby. Game on. And, you know, drop a like for your boy. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Hades. And let's get it, boys. Much love. Have a good one.